GCQ Gan, and I'm a TBHE student, and this is my position paper. This position paper is about my opinion on one specific issue that our country facing in the present, and that issue is the inflation that is happening each and every year passes. Inflation really is the most controversial issue in our country because each and every one of us are affected by it, especially some of the goods that we are buying are getting higher compared to its original price, and most of us are earning minimum salary and are only enough to put our family, and this issue is one of the worst things that our country facing because there are so many poor people who don't even have money to buy foods. One of the most controversial inflation we had was the price of a chili in public markets because the price was very high to the point that some of the people compared it to the price of a gold because of how higher the price is become per kilo. And of course, one of the most affected people in this crisis was the people who earns minimum salary and the business who uses chili as ingredients in their foods, or even vendors who sells it, and not only chili but the same thing to any kinds of vegetables that was increased due to the inflation that happens in our society. And with this system, our country will be very poor as the time goes on, and the consumers will eventually needs to earn enough to feed for their needs on the daily basis. And not only the foods and products are getting inflation, also the services that our country has, the electricity and water too, due to the inflation. And I think the cause of the inflation is the continuance of COVID-19 pandemic and the exchange rate of the United States of America, and many more. But in order to know more about the inflation that is happening right now, I discovered in my research that according to the source I found that not only in the Philippines has a highest inflation but also in all over the world, maybe because of the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. And also, according to my research, the inflation rate in this last September 2022, it is more getting worse at 6.9% according to Philippine Statistics Authority. The inflation gets high at 6.9% compared to 6.3% this last August 2022. This inflation rate was the highest percent rate since October 2018, and also according to my source, it is nearly enough to reach the most highest inflation record, which is 7.2% that was recorded in February 2009. By this information, I am now aware that our society is really getting poor, and also we are aware that the gasoline prices are also getting high, and we commuters are all affected by that. To prove that our country is falling and getting poorly, the gasoline prices are getting high, the cost of fare are getting high to a little by little, and me as a student also affected by that. I hope we can overcome this issue or big problem, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but in the future in our society, and together we stand as one and be proud of what country we live in.